I'm really excited to share with you guys what we've put together for our core program for the Staffless Practice Academy. There are two levels to it. One is core and one is apex, and it really depends on how much support you need from me versus just from my team. Essentially, what we're doing is we're offering you the heavy lifting of putting together a virtual switchboard for your practice to include a solution for texting, email, landing pages, funnels, your website, campaigns, social media, messaging, comments, posting, and so much more. And what I found myself on my own journey is that it was really hard to learn the system to build this. And I just kept saying, I just wish I could have somebody to do this for me. I actually went on several channels to try to find a virtual assistant to just build the whole thing. At that point, I would have spent upwards of $6,000 or $7,000 to have this done for me. So we've definitely narrowed that down and only taken the pieces that are really necessary for you to have built for you, and then we show you how to do the rest. So the core program consists of a 12-week course where we are collecting information by asking really great questions and coaching you through lessons. We give you unlimited support with an accountability coach. And over those 12 weeks, if you're a fast mover, it could take you 4 or 5 weeks to get through the content, answer the questions, get us the things. We take the things and we build your suite with it. And those things include things like, what do you want to happen if somebody calls the number that's in your practice suite? What do you want to happen if you have a new client join your practice suite? What do you want to have on your website in your suite? What email templates do you want? What texting templates do you want? We collect all of those truths from you. We coach you through figuring the answers out, and then we put all of that information to your suite. The very last step of the core program is we hand you your suite and we teach you how to run it. If you get through the meat of the program where we are collecting the information, coaching you through figuring it out, and putting it in your suite. Let's say that takes you 6 weeks. You have an additional 6 weeks with us holding your hand to get you acclimated to now using your suite. During those 6 weeks, your suite is now HIPAA compliant. You now have all of your contacts in there. So we're limited on what we can do on our end. However, we have a very tight team they've crossed the HIPAA bridge, they are compliant, and they can then give you continued support tickets to continue to build things like additional website pages, or if you need different coloring or different buttons in your suite, you will have an additional 4 tickets once you get into your suite to have our team continue to work with you. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and just show you around. The first thing that you're going to see is what we call your core board. This is how we keep everything organized. So this is a syllabus, if you will, but it also serves as an accountability program. There's an admin section. There's a to-do list that will be growing throughout your program that you and your coach will put together. As when you meet with your coach, things will be applied to your to-do list. And there will be due dates on here. And part of your coach's job is to make sure that whatever you guys agreed to, the deadlines are, that you've marked each one of these things complete as you've completed them. And then we literally have get started, step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And step 7 is when we onboard you and give you your actual suite. The first 6 steps are comprised of preparation, which introduces you to personal and business tools to push yourself forward when you're asking really hard questions about your practice. Like, who do you want to serve? How do you want to serve them? What's your vision? What's your mission? These are all the things that we go through in Prepare. We also give you a tech stack in Prepare where you learn what technology applications will you need to build your suite or to get the most out of this program. Practice space is the second piece, both physical and virtual. So we give you recommendations and push your comfort zone on how you're setting up your physical space in your office, how to make your office as efficient as possible. But then we're also working with you on the website that you get within your suite. What do you want on that website? How do you want to use that website? And what automations go with it? We also work on your brand kit in this step. We actually include an entire new brand kit for your practice if you need one, a logo, signature, colors, fonts, and so on and so forth. Probably my favorite thing of the entire program for core is as we're collecting and building all of these pieces, we're also putting together a practice SOP for you. So at the end of your program, we hand you the SOP with all of the ways that your practice is run based on the work that we've done together. Time is the third step where we go into how do you want to spend your time inside and outside of the office? We ask you the hard questions. This is definitely one of the courses that people like to lean on their coach for. What does an ideal schedule look like for you? What's an ideal day in practice look like for you? But also, what kind of visit types do you want to offer? And of those visit types, what do you want to include in your suite? How do you want to set up your in-suite scheduling? Texting is probably the most popular piece to the puzzle that brings people to a practice suite. And we go through texting templates, collecting the templates, making them perfect for you, and then we'll put them in your suite for you. And then we also teach you how to share your templates with, or share your texting program with your practice members. It goes on and on. Finally, we have the phone and email. The phone is if somebody calls your practice suite, what do you want to have happen? Do you want it forwarded to a landline? Do you want it to have a voicemail message? We also walk you through the course here of voicemail message funnel, which basically teaches you how to create a client directory for your practice. And then we can go ahead and either record it using AI with just a sound clip of your voice, or you can record your voicemail message funnel and we'll put it in your suite for you. And then finally, we have email. You get to pick out email templates. We do use ChatGPT pretty heavily in the email portion of the program. If that is not your thing, you don't need to use that feature. But we make it very easy for you to come up with the words to send to your practice members, and then we will have your email templates waiting in your suite when you get into it. The suite onboarding is a meeting that you have with our team. We get you into your suite. We show you around so that there's no overwhelm when you start using it. Once you get into your suite, you will have an entire program inside of the suite called the Pro program, where you learn everything from soup to nuts about how to add to your suite, edit your suite, take away from your suite, use your suite, you name it. There's a course in there inside of the actual practice suite. So those are the moving components of the core program. The only difference between core and our Apex program is the Apex program includes one-on-one coaching with me. You get 6 hours of coaching with me over a 6-month period, as opposed to the core program, which is a 3-month program. Depending on which program you choose, the core program comes with your first 3 months of your suite rental. The Apex program comes with 6 months of your suite rental. The suite rental will be $495 a month once your program is done. And you can cancel anytime if you decide a year later that you no longer want to use your practice suite. Just give us a heads up and we'll stop those payments from automatically populating. And we'll also, we'll just remove your access to your suite at that point. Most of our clients are planning on using their suite for a long time though, because they are putting a lot of energy into building it. So I wanted to show you what a practice suite looks like. So come on over. This is our green suite. You have a color choice of green, blue, purple, or yellow, depending on your brand of your practice. Or if there's a color that you don't see that you really feel pulled towards and you want to see that on a daily basis, we can certainly match your suite brand to the color that you prefer. The suite itself has a conversations window, calendars, which we integrate to the best of our ability with your current EHR or calendar system, depending on what you're using. We will do that work for you. Your contacts window, your step boards are basically, if you're familiar with the program Trello, it's where you can move pieces along in a journey process, whether it's a recall program, a new client program, a leads program, a marketing program, a practice alliance program, and we walk you through all of the options of what you can use in a step board. Payments window, we do get you set up with Stripe integration and teach you how to use that. So that's what that's for. Outreach is how you connect with social media accounts. So imagine you're busy at work, you're serving your practice members, you get Facebook messages, Instagram messages, LinkedIn messages. All of those messages will show up in the conversations window of your suite, which is completely HIPAA compliant, which is really important for a lot of the doctors that we're serving. And then you can continue to add buttons to your suite. We do give you up to 4 buttons to add because more than that is kind of overkill. In my suite for my private practice, I have my EHR program here. I have Facebook here. I have Instagram here. I think that's all I have, but really whatever you generally keep at the top of your Google window is generally what you are going to want buttons for. You will need to sign into them the first time you get into your suite, but then you stay signed in, which is really nice. It really diminishes the amount of windows that you have to have open at any given time. So that is your practice suite core program. It's a beautiful way to keep your practice members' communication channels as streamlined as possible. We're always available here if you have questions, about the difference between core and Apex, or if you have questions about just flat out renting a practice suite and not going through a coaching program, that's an option too. You'll probably see where you're watching this video information on our Lite and our Pro program, and that's the done by you version of the practice suite. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope that all of your questions were answered. If they weren't, then please find some time with our team to have them answered.